first time stopping by, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any more delicious food. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a very quick and easy vegan pizza dough. And usually the regular pizza dough takes like an hour or more for it to rise and the yeast and all that extra stuff. I'm a busy mom of 2 kids and I don't have the time. Sometimes I just want it to be ready and just go, you know? So I'm going to be showing you guys how to do that, and I'm also going to be showing you 2 of my favorite toppings for pizza. And yeah, let's get veggie. Okay, so let's get started with our pizza dough. So for this super simple pizza dough, you're going to be needing 5 ingredients, which you most likely already have at home. So I've already added 1 cup and 1/3 cup of flour into my mixer, and I'm using my whisk here because my my hook got lost when I moved, which was a while ago already, but I just can't seem to find it. So anyways, it works either way. And I'm also going to be adding a half of a cup of unsweetened almond milk, and I'm adding 1 teaspoon of baking powder and ½ of a teaspoon of salt. Alright, and then next I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. You can use regular olive oil, you could even do vegetable oil if you choose. And next we're going to go ahead and start this at a low stir because you don't want everything to like fly into your face. And once everything is stirred and no powder will be flying anywhere, I'm going to go ahead and crank this up to about medium-high speed. And we're going to let this mix for like 5 to 6 minutes. Alright, so this is ready to go. I've already lightly covered my surface here with a bit of flour. And I'm just going to go ahead and take this out of here. It's still going to be tacky, and that's perfectly fine. You just want to make sure that it's not super tacky, so you add a little tiny bit of flour at a time if you need to. You don't want to put too much because then, you know, it's just going to be like tough and dry and not so good. So yeah, I just sprinkled some on the bottom of my surface and a little on top of that. So, and yeah, so it's pretty much a little ball right now, and that's what you want it to look like. Okay, next I'm just going to go ahead and place this on this little plate that has been lightly coated with flour, and I'm going to go ahead and place a bowl over top, and I'm going to let this sit on the counter for about 10 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and prep our lovely pizza pan. So this is a trick that would have saved me many a pizzas years ago, because I used to just like either put cornmeal or regular flour or oil, and nothing would ever work and it would always stick. But all you have to do so that your pizza won't stick to your pan is lightly coat it with some spray, and here I'm just using coconut oil, and then you're going to go ahead and sprinkle on some cornmeal. And I usually use the fine cornmeal, but all I have on hand right now is the coarse cornmeal, and it works either way. You just want to make sure you get like all of the corners everywhere. Corners? It's a circle. Yeah, I know. You know what I mean. Just get this all nice and coated, and then that's it. You're going to put your stuff on there, and then you're going to be ready to go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and roll out our dough, and this is just really, I just kind of eyeball this situation here. I don't have like a specific way to roll out the dough. Every time I do it differently, so it's kind of like whatever works, that's what I do. At the time, I'm not great at rolling out dough. And this will give you a pretty thin crust, which I love. So I'm just kind of, alright, that looks about right. And I'm just going to go ahead and take this off of our counter and plop it on, kind of like letting the weight stretch it down a little bit, and plop it onto our pan. Stretch it back out. Use like the finger, I'm using like the tips of my fingertips to sort of like spread it around. So you're going to go ahead and form your crust, just lightly like pressing up against the edge. Okay, so our oven has been preheating at 400 degrees, and we're going to go ahead and place this in there for 8 to 9 minutes. Alright, so now we've taken this out of the oven, and it is hot, so be careful. And then we're going to go ahead and pour in, I'm using tomato sauce, just a regular can of tomato sauce. And I'm going to add about 2/3 of this. I'm gonna eyeball this because I've done this a bunch of times already. So I'm just going to put less first, and then if I want more, I'll go ahead and add more. And you're just going to go ahead and spread this around. I'm going to add just a little more. Alright, so the first layer that I'm going to be adding is some cheese. You can go ahead and add any cheese you like. Next, I'm going to do half and half. So I'm going to go ahead and add, on this half, I'm going to be doing like a Mexican style pizza, like a taco type of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and add this Mexican chipotle field roast sausage. And I'm just adding that as like one of our first layers on here. And onto the other side, I'm going to be adding the Italian sausage. And this is another field roast sausage. Next, onto this side, this is like a remake to a pizza that I get here from a vegan pizza shop here in Philly. It's called the Haymaker, and the pizza is called the Haymaker, but the actual pizza shop is called Blackbird. If you guys are ever in the area, but so yeah, this is like my take on that. I like to put a lot of onion because my kids really like a lot of onions on their pizza. Alright, and next I'm going to go ahead and just toss in the chopped, sun-dried tomatoes onto this side here. We're going to be adding our tomatoes because what's a taco without a tomato, right? I mean, that's not traditional. That's like the whole Americanized taco thing, but you know what I mean. Something I'm going to add right now because I totally forgot is some basil. I'm just going to sprinkle on some basil. I usually put this on top of the sauce when I first put the sauce, but I forgot, so it's okay. And then I'm going to throw on some oregano. And one last thing I'm going to do before I put this back into the oven is put some olive oil around the edges here on the crust, because I'm going to put something over top. So that's going to help it brown and help what we're going to add on their stick. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and just add some, this is basically some nutritional yeast with some cashews. So it's kind of like that whole vegan Parmesan mix that you make yourself at home. And this one, I made it the one time and it came out a little too coarse. And I've actually saved it and kept it for my pizza crusts. And I'm just going to be tossing in just a few of those basil leaves, little pieces of basil leaves onto this side. And now for a more loaded side, I'm going to be adding some vegan ranch. And this is like a homemade vegan ranch sauce that I did. And this is done with tofu instead of vegan mayo, which I usually use. So that's why I'm going to put this on now instead of after everything is done, because this will actually like kind of firm up a tiny bit in the oven. But if I were to use the regular ranch sauce that I would make with my with the vegan mayo, I would actually put it on afterwards. And next I'm going to go ahead and add on some cilantro, and then I'm going to go ahead and just plop on some guacamole. Alright guys, so next I'm going to put this back into the oven for just 2 minutes, and it will take it out and it'll be ready to go. Alright guys, you know what time it is. It's time for the taste test cam. And check out how thin and delicious that crust is. Oh my goodness, the whole pizza is just so awesome. I'm going to give it a try straight in. That taco pizza is my favorite pizza of all time. Of all time. The other one is delicious too, don't get me wrong. But that one is like my absolute favorite because it has everything that I love in it. So that's it. Thank you you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to share this video so other people can see how awesome vegan food could be. And click on one of these videos to continue watching, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye guys!